Wow, so The Thirst, huh? I honestly thought that Nosferatu was going to be the horniest vampire film that I had seen this year, but director Park Chan-Wook had other plans for me, it seems. The Thirst has been on my watch list for ages now, and it's one of those movies where now that I've watched it, I'm fucking mad I didn't watch it sooner. It's that good. I love this movie. This is one of my favorite vampire movies of all time now, and I'm a fucking big vampire fan, if you couldn't tell. In case you didn't know, Park Chan-wook's other work are stuff like The Handmaiden and Oldboy. Ever heard of Oldboy? It's a fucking wonderful film. If you haven't seen Oldboy, definitely watch it. It's so disturbing. So I knew at some point this movie would basically descend into fucked upness. But for the first like half to three quarters, it's like this really sweet, awkward romantic comedy. And I was like, oh, okay, this is all right. I like this. This is interesting. But I was waiting for the other shoe to drop. And then it did, and I was like, there it is. That's what I was waiting for. This movie gets fucking disturbing, as all of his work is, and I really loved it. So as always, let's dive in, spoiler-free. Welcome to Spooky Nights. Set in modern-day Korea, Thirst follows Catholic priest Sang-hyun, who is a devout soldier of the Lord, right? He's just a stellar dude. He gives patients their last rites. He looks after patients that are in comas. He even does like magic tricks at children's birthday parties, like just a stellar dude. And because of this, he has decided to sacrifice his body to medical testing to try and find a cure for the Emmanuel virus, which is ravaging the populace. When he goes in for this procedure, though, he gets a blood transfusion of unknown origin. Hint. That awakens a thirst in him. A thirst for blood, a thirst for recklessness, a thirst for his childhood friend's wife, Taiju. Now, Taiju hates her fucking life. She is married to this absolute sack of shit man-child. She is treated as little more than a servant. So when the father starts showering her with kindness and affection, she too finds herself insatiable in her own way, and we go from there. Fuck, this movie is horny as hell, right? Everything is getting sucked in this movie. Necks, fingers, toes, nipples, everything ends up covered in either saliva or blood. And honestly, I loved that. I had a great time. Good vampire movies give you ample opportunity to speculate. Like, you don't know how the law's going to work each time. Is garlic a thing in this one? Do they have reflections? Do they need to be invited in? Thirst gives you that, right? And it shows you what the rules are. And I really like that. It's also extremely funny and quirky in the way that lots of Park's work is, right? They're the same dark humor that is present in Oldboy or I'm a Cyborg, but that's okay, is present in Thirst. Because Father Sang's upbringing was Catholic, he's quite repressed. And because Taiju's married to a man-child sack of shit, she's also quite repressed. So when the sex scenes hit, and boy do they hit, they oscillate between awkward to sexy to flat out fucking gross and back. And it's really masterful. Like, some of the sex scenes are really funny, and then you're like, oh god, please stop doing that, you know, because they're fucking awkward. All the characters in this movie do something weird and awkward at one point or another. This feels like a rom-com between two quite childlike characters until it's not. And when they decide that this is not a rom-com anymore and they go straight vampire flick horror, by God does it do that. It goes so hard. I fucking loved it. There is blood aplenty in this film, which is what you want from all good vampire movies. When the thirst starts to bubble up in Father Sang, his quiet, polite, everyday routines start getting overtaken by like frenzy and anger. And that descent is so engaging to watch. There is a feeding scene that happens like 3/4 of the way through this film that is scored by this like monstrous orchestral swell. And when I was watching it, I was just like, this is absolute fucking horror cinema. It's so good. Song Kang-ho is really good in this movie, but my standout is Kim Ok-bin as Taiju. My feelings to her character was so fluid throughout this movie. She goes through such a character arc, and she does it all. She can do like quiet, nervous housewife. She can do strong, powerful, demanding sexual being. She can do straight up manic and manipulative, and she does it all with ease. She's a fucking star in this. She is so goddamn good. So I don't really have any issues with this film. I fucking loved this film. The only issue I can see from people watching this film is a style choice. This is a very Korean film, right? Like, it has a lot of quirky weirdness. There's a lot of fart jokes. There's toilet humor. It toes the line of soap opera at some points, which is present in a lot of really good Korean cinema, like Parasite and The Wailing all have that in it as well. So if you don't like that, this probably won't change your mind, right? The Thirst is definitely in that wheelhouse. But as for me, I really love Korean cinema. I fucking loved this, so I thought it was really good. I would watch this if you're a connoisseur of horny vampire cinema. There is a lot of horny vampire cinema out there. This is one of the horniest. There is so much sucking going on in this movie. The sound design, there's a lot of like sucking noises and grossness. It feels like they're making out right next to your ear. It can be kind of overwhelming at times, but if you love that horny vampire shit like I do, get into this one. If you're a fan of like director Park's funny, absurd, quirky pipeline that goes straight into disturbing horror, that happens again in this one. There is a turn in this movie, and I was like, oh yeah, there's all the old boy handmaiden stuff. Here it comes. So if you liked his other stuff, you'll probably like this one. I would skip this if you struggle with subtitles. I know not everyone finds subtitles easy to read. That's fair enough. But this is a subtitle movie, and it's a great one. But if you struggle, you're probably going to have a hard time trying to piece it all together. If you want a straight down the line horror scarefest, this is not it, right? Like, this isn't like The Conjuring or Sinister. It is weird. It's fucking good, but it's a weird film. So if you liked Thirst, you have to see Only Lovers Left Alive. This shares a lot of similarity with Thirst in like the second half. The Thirst is a very horny film. Only Lovers Left Alive is a very sexy film. It is the sexiest vampire film. It's one of the sexiest films I've ever seen in my life. It stars Tilda Swinton as Eve and Thomas Hiddleston as Adam, who are these immortal vampire lovers. They've been around and together forever. Adam's currently living in like a Detroit mansion because he's got a really successful music career. Eve, her little sister, rocks up, who is frankly uncontrollable and decides to absolutely fuck everything up for these two. They've had a good thing going for hundreds of years, and she rocks up and just throws it all in the trash. It's a really engaging watch. Tilda Swinton is as hot as the fucking sun in this movie. The movie itself is so stylish, it's charming, it's funny, it's just straight up, it's such a good vampire film. If you love vampire movies, you must see Only Lovers Left Alive. For my second recommendation, I'm going to sort of stay in the horrific romance section, and we're going to go 2014 Spring by Benson and Moorhead. This is about a guy named Evan who, after a string of personal tragedies, decides to just run away and go to like this lovely seaside town in Italy. When he's there, he falls in love with this woman named Louise. Everything's going great for a while, but he starts to realize that Louise is hiding something big from him, and things just descend from there. This movie it's funny, it's quite optimistic, it's a hopeful movie, it's really sweet. It's also really gross at points. There's some really good creature design. It's fucking good. This is a comfort movie for me. Spring is a big comfort movie for me, and that's because when I watch it, I feel like I'm on vacation. It has that like vacation romance vibe with just a bunch of good horror thrown into it, and I fucking love it. It would make a great double bill with Thirst. But that's it. That is day 2 in the books. Tomorrow I'll be watching The Artifice Girl, which is like, it's billed as this sort of disturbing AI techno thriller. So if you are interested in my thoughts, if you've seen it, let me know. But if you are interested in my thoughts on that movie, stick around because I'll put that review up tomorrow. Let me know your favorite vampire films. I fucking love vampire films. I'm always looking for new ones. So if you've got any good ones that are, especially if they're underseen, drop them in the comments. And hopefully I'll see you tomorrow for another review. Peace.